Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another James Talks About the NFL. And today I'm going to be talking about the Carolina Panthers' struggles. Now, I'm a Panther fan myself. As a couple of you may know, I end off my video by saying, Go Panthers! So, I am a Panther fan. Despite these troubling times, we are 1-4 on the season. So we are not looking very good this year in 2016, especially compared to last year. And I'm going to break that down. Now, I have a few good reasons why we have been struggling this year, and it all starts not with the quarterback play, which is what some people would assume. It basically starts in the trenches, which means the offensive line and the defensive line. Now, the offensive line is basically giving Cam Newton and Monday night and part of the Atlanta game last Sunday, not a few days ago, but on the 2nd, also after Cam left with the concussion. But anyway, so my point is that there's no pass protection for our two quarterbacks that have played and that have started a game this year. Now, the offense against Atlanta looked good with Derek Anderson, so I was kind of hoping he'd get the nod over Cam Newton to start the Monday night game, and that was because Derek Anderson all of a sudden looked like a great passer that could run Mike Shula's offense. Great. That could run it well. But the thing is that I think Derek Anderson still runs it decently well, but the play calling by Mike Shula certainly doesn't help. I mean, I'm going to start on the offense and then I'm going to start on the defense. But yes, so starting off with the offensive side, you have the offensive line that cannot protect. And then, so the quarterback has to have protection, as you know, to be successful. And if the quarterback is not getting the time that he needs, then that quarterback is not going to have a good season or a good game, depending on if your offensive line took the week off. But yeah, so. And then there was a play call that, well, there's no running game, there's no offensive line, so the receivers don't have enough time to get open, and the quarterbacks at this point in time, with, just as I mentioned, Derek Anderson getting to start Monday night just a couple of days ago because of Cam Newton's concussions. But yeah, so there's just no time to throw, and there's no time for the receivers to get open, and there's no running game for the defense to really respect the running game. There's still a little bit of a threat. That's why they don't bring all-out blitzes. Plus, I think when you've got Greg Olsen, Calvin Benjamin, and then Ted Ginn on the outside, I think that really helps keep a defense just not blitz happy. But yeah. Boy, oh boy, Mike Shula. time to not roast you, but time to just. Oh, you frustrate me, Mike Shula. You frustrate me. And as an offensive guy like myself, it is somewhat painful to watch your play calling this year. Now, granted, you don't have a whole lot to work with this year, but you have to be able to produce on offense. You have to. And there was a play call during the Monday night game against the Bucks, which I'm still referring to a couple of days ago, in case you don't know. Uh, we were down like first or second down and goal at the 1 yard line, right? 2 minutes to go in the game. 2 minutes to go in the game. It's tied at 14. So, what would you do? What would you do in that situation? And it's not just Mike Shula in this situation. Before I put all the blame on Mike Shula. So, let me ask you what you would do. Would you run the ball? I'm pretty sure you would say yes, you would run the ball. And if you wouldn't get it in the end zone, then hey, bleed some clock, kick a field goal, have the lead with like a minute to go in the ball game. You know, like a minute and a half, minute to go, maybe even less than that, maybe even 45 seconds to go. But no, Mike Shula. Okay, so first of all, Mike Shula messed up by calling a play action pass a pass play. Granted, it was not a pass play like the one the Seahawks lost, Super Bowl 49, with that slant pattern at the end of Super Bowl 49 to lose that, with Russell Wilson throwing from the 1 yard line instead of handing off to Marshawn Lynch. But, yeah, not talking about the Seahawks, not talking about Super Bowl 49. But, yeah, so Derek Anderson also makes the boneheaded mistake of throwing an interception in the end zone, which Brent Grimes came up with it, and Brent Grimes is a great player, so don't think I'm trying to discredit him, but Brent Grimes is a good player. But yeah, and it sucks that he's back in the division after being in Miami for 3 years, after being in Atlanta, so we have to deal with him again, this time in Tampa Bay. But yeah, anyway, so Derek Anderson messed up because he could have covered up for Mike Shula's play action pass, which I don't know why you would entirely call that. I mean, if it's an incomplete pass, it stops the clock. And I'm pretty sure that you would want it to bleed down. I mean, sure, the Buccaneers kicker, Roberto Aguayo, yes, I'm saying that last name right, Aguayo, I'm pretty sure I am. Sorry if I'm not for some reason. But Roberto Aguayo has been struggling this year. But, as you can see, if you check the end of the game and read stuff, Roberto Aguayo made a field goal to win. So, I guess, I don't even know. I guess that play call is a little bit on Ron Rivera as well. Because I think the head coach can go, oh, let's make it a running play. Oh, yeah. But I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna call anything down there, then I like to, every once in a while, in Madden, whenever I'm struggling at the goal line, if it's like third down and goal within the 5 yard line, I like to go in the shotgun, call a halfback screen. Just call a screen pass, running back screen. Just, spread them out And if they stay compacted into the goal line and to the line of scrimmage, then you've pretty much just flip it out there and you got it. But yeah, just call swing passes and stuff like that if you're gonna call a pass. Yeah, like something that can easily be catchable and you can get out in space and run with, like a screen pass. But yeah, I just hope that we get turned around soon. Oh yeah, I haven't even spoken on the defensive end. Yeah. Also, Mike Shula's play calling's gotten predictable. Shots downfield, just I don't even know. I think that's just a fan complaining, but I've read that and I've seen a little bit of that, but that's not. I mean, every play caller gets predictable at some point. But yeah, so now that I've reached 11 minutes, I've definitely got to talk about the defense now. So, first of all, the defense has rookie corners, okay? James Bradbury, someone else, and then Zach Sanchez as our cornerbacks. The only back end people that have experience are Michael Griffin as a safety and Kurt Coleman, who also has experience of 5 or more seasons, or of over 5 seasons, each one. I think Griffin's like in his 10th season or something like that. I don't know. It's something getting to the teens. Maybe 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. Kurt Coleman's like in his 6th season. No, his 7th season. So yeah, uh, having rookie cornerbacks is not a big problem as long as you can get pass rush on the quarterback. And the Panthers have not been able to generate pass rush. I do not know what's up with Charles Johnson and Star Latulele and Coney Ely, but they just have to get pressure on the quarterback. And I see, especially in the Atlanta game sometimes, that we would have to blitz with Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, basically the linebackers, which that leaves an open void for defenses to exploit in the middle of the field. Now, I don't want to have to be blitzing with linebackers just to get pressure on the quarterback. And that's even if we get there. Which, in the Atlanta game, even with blitzing extra linebackers, including Luke Kuechly, who I think leads the league in tackles since 2012 whenever he entered the league, just can't get any pass rush. So, you can't. The cornerbacks cannot help the defensive linemen, and the defensive linemen cannot help the cornerbacks by giving the quarterback no time. And the cornerbacks would help the pass rush by covering all the receivers so that the pass rush has more time to get there. But that's just it's just a symbiotic thing there. And it needs to happen. But boy, I tell you, being 1-4 really, really sucks. We should have had that game, and we should have had the Denver game. But I know it's going to be like, well, James, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and you didn't win those 2 games. And I realize that, but that just says that our record is better than what it says. But yeah, I have seen a meme of a full-on ferocious looking panther, and then this panther just kind of kitten, and It said 2015 Panthers, 2016 Panthers, and you can guess which one's which. Little kitty one was 2016, the big ferocious one was 2015. Which the 2015 team has basically the same people on it, except the cornerbacks. Which we let Josh Norman go, which I have an in-depth look into the Panthers fan base because I am a Panther fan, just as I've said. And we the fan base is just kind of mixed about Josh Norman. Like they have different opinions, it's kind of 50-50 whether you hate his guts and hope he doesn't succeed or you just don't care about him or you a little bit of us want him back, which it's kind of looking like we want him back, but I don't entirely want him back. I would want him back for the right price tag, which is what I'm pretty sure a lot of my fellow Panther fans would agree with. But yes, it definitely sucks being 1-4. It just hurts. I do remember being 1-3 a couple of times in recent memory. I like 2013, but then we turned that around. And 2014 we were struggling, but then we rattled off like 4 or 5 straight victories to get into the playoffs. And we had to have like every single one of those victories too. Oh gosh. But yes, guys, I do believe that will do it for this James Talks About NFL Football. And the next one of these might come out just a couple of days from now on Friday because of the fact that I have to leave to go visit some family on Saturday, and thus I might not be able to record one of these on Saturday. So, yeah, probably Friday will be the next one. But yes, guys, until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys, and go Panthers. I'm still pounding, despite the fact that we are 1-4, and it hurts so badly.